Hiya folks, it's David. Welcome to part 2 of my portal builder guess. Sorry to break this down into sort of little chapters. This will be the only video where I do this. It's the Christmas period completely threw me off. Not only that, I think the video, because there's one last part to this and that's the character that's got to go on it. The video would have been like 50 minutes long and people's time's precious and I don't want to keep you here that long, otherwise you'll just get disinterested. So to start off using XPS foam, I use a clock as a template. I think it's like, I couldn't find anything that was about 40 centimetres, but this clock sort of nailed it. You know, it gets to tell me the time and do the job. I do all my little doodles on it, where I want things to go. Just a rough sketch, it's not set in stone yet, but it will be. This veneer stuff, it's not what I thought it'd be. I was looking for the sticky back stuff veneer, and this was the stuff that you iron on to like furniture, like a door or a chair. It weren't the right stuff, but I spent like 45 quid on it. I thought I can't waste it and buy more, so I just worked with what I had. I PVA'd it because I couldn't iron that stuff to the XPS because it would just melt. It's quality stuff, but it's not the right one for modelling, but I use what I got. To build up a back base, I did this wrong too. I don't know if you've seen like railway miniature builders, their stuff goes vertical, say if they're building mountains and that, and I've wasted so much time doing this layered crap that I had to wait for each I had to wait for each level to glue to each other, and it just took days. Used some filler to sort of even it off, sanded it, still wasn't even, but again, I just carried on. I use expanding foam to sort of give the base a bit of body, plus it fits everything in as well. Again, this stuff took like a good day to dry. This is the first time I've worked with it. I don't know if that's the case with all of it, but I thought it dried instantly. These are materials I've never used before, and this foam it took quite a while to dry, but it did dry. It was like a sponge, literally like a sponge with all holes in it and everything. I used one of the spare portals that I cast as a sort of template to get the shape of where it's going to sit. If you want to see how I made that portal, just check the video before this. Cutting into the foam, I'm getting the shape. I'll level you guys, originally this was going to be the, how can I put it, the back scene of a tree. But I'll start here, where I'm cellophaning it off so I can take away the template for it. The template is a plaster of Paris. After doing all this, I decided against it because one, I would need about 7 pounds of polymer clay, and it's the only one I'm really comfortable working with at the moment. And I was like, how am I going to fit this in the oven? I mean, I had ideas to chop it in two. This was part of the problem. Well, when do I chop it in two? Now, or after I've done the sculpt? And after much deliberation, this ain't gonna work. On top of that, birthed a new idea for, I'd say, a video ahead after this is done. I've got my various moulding plasters. I didn't use the gypsum stuff after all. I only bought that out in case I ran out of the lightweight hydrocol plaster. Fiddling with the rocks to try and get the perfect sort of combination, I guess. Cutting out my battery hole. I did get the longer LED strip that I needed, more so than what I thought before. I got a 2-meter one. I spiraled the light all the way around, even into the cavity. Liquid mask. That liquid mask absolutely stunk, and it took centuries to dry. I don't know if that stuff goes off or what, or it's got a shelf life. It still works, but goddamn. Check the battery, make sure it's all working all right, and voila. Using sculpting mold to fill in all the gaps. Again, another shelf life product. I highly recommend. I've had this stuff for years. It still kind of works, but I was having to use PVA to lock it all in, if you like. If you are going to use that stuff, I'd recommend just buying it a few weeks before you're doing your project, if you've got what you know in mind. Burmese teak to stain the veneer. Just make sure you've got a pot that hasn't got miniature holes in it. In for a penny, in for a pound, I'll just use that then. Not thrilled with the way the Bible, it was the best I could do. It was unlevel. It had cracks appearing, despite the fact I did sand it all down and everything, but it was just one of them projects. Few little stones, primed it with form firming fur, add a few more stones and that, as if they fell from the rock face. Done a little polymer clay root system where I can glue it in later. Using a few different greys from dark to light. Deck tan, dry brushed on to bring out all the peaks of the stone. Let me know as well, guys, if you want me to like put a bit more camera work into what paints I'm using and stuff. Just let me know. I don't know if you're interested in like What was your colour scheme for that? Then comes my favourite bit, the washing. I do love the washing. I decided it weren't dark enough, so I went in there with a brush to create some shadows in the deepest recesses of the stonework. And it still wasn't, so I made a wash up of it. Just dab off the excess. Use the wet cloth to dab off the excess. For the roots, I drilled in a hole, and then I just got my pose I wanted, then just used the heat gun to temporarily stiffen the top so it stay in position. Put it in the oven put it in a preheated oven, only for 5 minutes. Come out nice. Sprayed him up, a few different browns and a tint of green. Start getting a bit of moss in the areas. Tested my little plant areas before doing my little green moss build up. I'll give these plants a little spray of matte varnish just to get rid of that sort of plasticky shiny look. Found these on Temu. You know this trend where people are getting buying like a sofa and it turns out it's like a kid size sofa or something. The other way, I thought these plants were like tinier, like miniature modelling size tiny, like 1/35th scale, and they came like this, and I was like, what the hell? But in this case, I'm glad I got these because they work perfect for this scale and base size and whatnot. And they're not any plants you recognise either. They're like it again worked really well because it's like a fantasy. It's not a real world, is it? Rid of the mask. We're nearly about there, guys. Get rid of any paint that's gone under the masking. This was supposed to be satisfying, it really wasn't. It was a pain. Taking away the liquid mask. I spent about an hour going in there with a craft knife trying to pick out all the bits. It was horrible. Do a few touch-ups around the edges. Again, I've got a strategy next time for not making them so long. Thank you for watching. If you want to stay tuned, consider subscribing. And the next video is this little dude. Cheers, guys. Thank you for watching.